Hello everyone, in this video we'll be discussing about how can we update our models. So let's get started. Remember we have a save method. In previous video we used a save method for saving our data to our database, right? And we can also use that save method for update our data also. Let's see how can we do that. Let's say I will take a variable post. In here you have to define which row you want to update. Like in our query builder video, we saw if we want to update any kind of row, we have to select that row. We selected there by ID. So in this video also we will use that method. We will be selecting our database row via ID and we will be updating that, but in object orienting way. If I go to my Laravel and open my database, I will be going to post table data, and let's say I want to edit this row, okay, which ID is 60, right? So let's see how can we do that. Let's go to our code editor, and now first of all we'll be calling our model. So our model is post, right? Then we will say colon find. We learn about find method, right? So in Eloquent you can call find method to grab a single data as like query builder. So let's say our ID is 16. As I said in my previous Eloquent video, find method will take a argument as a ID. So we will pass our row ID. Then let's say I will return this for make sure it's working. Now let's serve our application, Laravel, and select your project. As you can see, our application has been served. Then we will go to our home route, and you can see we are getting a single data which ID is 16. So we are currently grabbing a single row from our database. Now we will be updating this row. For that, similar way, when we updated our data in our previous video, like I'll say post, then the arrow operator. Now we will select our attributes, or you can say our field names in our database. Let's say I want to change the title, right? So is equals to, let's say I will say this is a new title. Okay, if I go to my database, you can see in this row we are currently selecting this row, and you can see the title is post 1, right? So we will be change our title. If I go to code editor, then I will end this line. Then we will simply call our save method, which is post, then save, end it, done. Now let's add a dd diagram here. Let's say success. Okay, now if I go to my front end and then refresh this page, you can see we are seeing success. Now if I go to my database manager and refresh, and here it is, our title has been changed. So you can see how easy to work with Eloquent models. Now we can update our data more flexible way. Now let's see, I will also change the description. For that I have to say post, then description, then I can add a new description. This is a new, okay, I will end that line, that's all. Now if I go to my front end and then again refresh, we are seeing success. If I go to my DB manager and refresh, you can see our description has been also changed, right? In here it's not like you have to always use find method. You can use where method also, it's totally fine. Like I can say where id is let's say 61. Okay, then we will say first. This first method will grab only single data, like we are specifying our id, right? If this id exists, then we will just take the first data. So if I put it more simply, first method will grab the single data, but in here we can't use get, sorry, because as I said before, get will send you a collection and you can't use a save function on collection, right? It will throw a error. We'll see that also. For that, let's go with fast. Now if I go to my front end and refresh, you can see we are getting success. Now let's go to our DB manager, refresh. You can see our 61th number IDs row has been also changed. And if you noticed here, in update column, we are getting some update values, right? We didn't put any kind of values for our updated at column, but if you see here, we have some values inside updated at. Basically this is for Eloquent, because we are now using Eloquent models. So if we update any kind of entry, that's going to register a value, update value in our updated at field. Okay, same wise, if we create any kind of data via Eloquent, the created at field will be filled. Like here you can see here, here it's showing that this data has been created at this date, and we can see the timestamp. And same here is it's showing that when this data has been updated. So you don't have to worry about created at and updated at column. If you're working with models, these two columns will fill automatically when your data will be created or updated, right? Now let's go back to our code. Now I like to show you, if I add a get here and for retrieving my data and updating it, so what will happen? If I go to my front end and refresh, you can see we're getting an error and it's saying collection save doesn't exist. That means get always throw you a collection, right? So you can't use save method on a collection, because collection are kind of array, right? As I said it before, but in our case we need a specific row, not a collection. So we will use find method for, sorry, fast method for grab that row. So that's it. That's how you update your row in the database via Eloquent. So in next video we probably will work with mass assignment in Eloquent. Till then, bye.